Welcome to Talking Beards, an entertainment news podcast all about the facial hair lifestyle and the people who use their beards and mustaches to help change the world. Join your hosts, World Goatee Champion Aaron D. Johnston and two-time National Goatee Champion Scott Sykora as they talk about all the important issues in the community, from charity events, competition news, styling tips, breaking news, and much more. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we stream live on all social media platforms as well as talkingbeards.com and answer all of your questions. Join in our chat room and be a part of the show each week as we give away great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. I am your host, Aaron D. Johnston, and I am Scott Sykora, and we are Talking Beards.
Oh, hey, steamed peaches. There it was. What's up, everybody? This is episode number 174 of Talking Beards. Tonight, we'll have Omar Schifrin as the very sexy Scott Sykora let us know in the intro. If you are just now tuning in and you're seeing our faces, don't forget, at the end of this episode, you go back to like the last minute that you missed, because, I mean, that's definitely worth a listen. I mean, I don't know when this started or how it even came to be, but it's really nice. And yes, Tyler Johns, this is a club meeting, apparently. So, yeah, I don't know if y'all know this, but we're a club now. Look,
No.
Here we go. Talking Beards the club. Yeah, so this is a club meeting. So we're doing pretty good. I mean, we're 2 for 2 since Great American. Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern, we're having our club meetings. I love it. But I don't know about you, but I'm Aaron D. Johnston, and I'm here. And I talk with my hands a lot. And go ahead, Scott.
And I'm Scott Sykora. And look at this. 2 weeks in a row, we actually have.
I don't know. As I said that, I was picking my hands up. I don't know when this started. I don't think I've always done this.
I don't know either, but
like the last 6 months, like it's uncontrollable. It got so bad. I had these little signs for my table at competitions. I had to lay them down because I was just constantly knocking them over. But yeah, sorry.
we have Kevin Henderson Fishing here too, which is really great. And Eric,
what's up, Kevin Henderson Fishing?
Sean Murphy's here with us. We have all of these club members that are here. We've had more club meetings than any other club has.
Is Sean Murphy in our club now?
He has to be.
All right, Sean Murphy, you're Talking Beards the club. You better still be here. I think Sean Murphy just hops on, says hello, and he just bounces. He don't even watch our show.
I'm
calling him out. If he comments again, that means he's still watching. If Sean Murphy doesn't comment, oh my gosh, he's still here.
See, look, he has a good beard.
He does.
We're gonna have to get Sean on sometime soon. Yeah, see, Sean, he watches most of it. Now, I love watching his show. What nights is your show on? Because I feel like his show's on different nights.
I love watching your show. What day does it come on?
Stop it. No, because I always feel like I'm like just randomly logging in and it's like kind of there.
Isn't it Thursday?
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. I feel like I'm making dinner when like
Wednesday,
his show comes
8 p.m.
Wednesday.
Eastern. Everyone find Sean Murphy's show Above the Bar. Is that right? That didn't feel right. All right, I said it right. So Above the Bar podcast. Check it out. Sean's super cool. Scott's been on there before. It was the longest episode in podcast history, they said.
2 hours.
Yeah, it was 42 hours. It was crazy. I came to work. I was listening to it. I was at work the whole time. I went home. I slept. I got up. Scott was still talking. It was the craziest thing, but it was a good episode nonetheless. So, Scott Sykora.
Yeah, Above the Bar podcast.
Above the Bar podcast. What have you been up to, sir?
Well, let's see. We had 4th of July weekend, so there was extra time off. Let's see. We'll go back to Friday. So my job that I have down here in Austin, we are moving locations, and so we got a brand new shop, and we got the keys on Friday. So the bosses took us all there, and we had a huge party in the warehouse. It was 283 degrees, because they just turned the power on like literally when we got there, and there's no air conditioning in the warehouse, and it's a humongous warehouse. So they were asking us like all these things like, well, what would you guys want to do with your warehouse? And a couple of guys that work with us are like BMX guys. So they wanted to put like ramps in there.
Right.
All this cool stuff. And then we have a couple.
I just want an air conditioner out here.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. Realistic me is like, well, let's get a washer and a dryer out here and a slop sink. I'm like trying to think like all logically about things that are going to make work for us be like way easier. And everyone's like, no, we got to get like a pool table and ping pong table.
Yeah, let's get a stripper pole.
They did say that too. It was on the list.
Smart.
Yeah. But
sounds like a good group of guys.
Well,
they've got their heads on their shoulders and stuff.
Well, it wasn't like we didn't go stripper pole. We went with a fireman pole because we wouldn't want to make it seem like,
you want firemen sliding down into your shop, not naked ladies. Smart. Good thinking. I would much rather want like fully clothed men in my garage than mostly naked women.
Wow.
That's good for like work though, because you'd be super distracted if there was like strippers there. But if like firefighters were there, you wouldn't be distracted. You're like, oh, well, we can still wash our windows. There's just firefighters here, and then they can help because they have hoses. Yeah,
Sean Murphy says barber chair. That's a good idea.
See, Sean Murphy, he's always coming up with the good ideas.
Yeah, Tyler John says, listen, chops are cooler than goatee. False.
You remember that time that we liked Tyler Johns? Oh, those were the good old days.
Well, remember that time when Tyler Johns had chops still? Just one?
Yeah, just one singular chop. His whole face was a chop. And then he cut it to
like
two
a pork chop.
That's it.
Wow.
Full beards are just like chops without the gap.
We both have full beards right now.
We do. Like usually I shave before the show, but like I didn't. That was it.
Well, let me explain to everyone why I'm doing this currently.
Okay.
And this was something I wanted to talk about like a few weeks ago because it kind of came up, but we got approached by a company.
That's why you're growing it out. That's
yes.
smart.
It's company Brio who makes the Beardscape trimmer set. They sent me a set of trimmers to try. And since I'm not going to be shaving this part, I wanted to start growing some stuff on the side so I could kind of mess around a little bit with the different attachments to see if I can get a good fade or see how close it shaves. And
you could do some trend Bart stuff and like make like lightning bolt.
Yeah, I just want to see what this trimmer can do. And they gave us a promo code so people can go to their website and order one. But I'm not going to pass that out until I test the actual trimmer because I don't want to make everyone be like, oh my God, well, Scott used it, so we should get it. And it sucked. And I don't want that. So I want to make sure that we're telling you about a good product, and we want you guys to, if you guys are looking for a set of trimmers, we want to make sure we're telling you the right ones to get. So
do they have a nose hair trimmer?
They do.
Oh my God. That's what I'm interested in. Nose hair and ear hair trimmer.
Yeah. So here's the nose hair trimmer. This I've tried out.
It looks like a vape pen thing.
I know it does.
It's like a jewel or something. Oh, 9 more.
Yeah. Listen. Sounds like R2D2.
Just like him.
Do you want to see me use it live on the show?
Do it. Stick it up your nose.
Is it trimming? Is it working?
I think so. Stick it in your mouth. Don't do it. You're stupid. This is exciting. This is the best episode of Talking Beers we've ever done. So everybody go buy the ear trimmer thing. Be good.
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know either. We're salespeople. We're
all pissed.
Scott's pissed.
Yeah.
So it was 4th of July. Your shop was 1,000 degrees.
So that was Friday. Then man trim. Yes, it trims a man. It can work on a woman too.
It could.
Because
balance for
strong enough for Aaron, but made for a woman.
That's it.
But we went and saw a couple movies. Went to the Alamo Draft House. Have you ever been to one of those? They're all over the country.
I've been to the basement of it, but I've never actually been in the draft house.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool movie theater. They're really into
the experience and the arts of making film.
Hmm.
But anyway, it was a really cool place. They have really good food. And it was my first time watching a movie, drinking a beer, and eating food. Like, I couldn't believe it. And people came in and brought you food. It was really, really awesome.
You're freaking rich.
I know.
That's the richest thing I've ever heard anyone say ever.
The tickets were only $9 for the movie.
You had someone serving you food. Gosh,
yeah.
I can barely serve myself.
I know. And so we went and saw The Black Phone, which was a really good movie. Highly recommend it. Like, this is like the first movie that I've gone to see in like feels like 3 years.
What did you like about it? We were discussing going to see a movie a couple of days, I guess yesterday, and then we decided to not do anything. But that was on our list. We were like, what is this movie? And
it's scary, but like it reminds me of like watching movies like years ago. Like it has a good storyline, and it's like it's got a few characters in it, and it's the way it's shot is really cool, and the premise of the movie is interesting, but it felt like a movie I've seen like 15 years ago or something. Like when the big heyday of like horror movies were
like when Saw and stuff was coming out.
Yeah, it feels like, but it takes place in the late 70s. So, but it was just a very interesting movie, but but that's what we went and saw that. And then we went and saw Top Gun Maverick, which that was a really good movie too, but we had to watch.
Of course, Top Gun would be really good. I hear they have really good actors in Top Gun, the movie.
Yes, I hear your cousin's in the movie.
I heard he's in that movie too. That's probably why it's super good.
I know.
Yep.
But and then so we'll just leave that there. Food for thought. I was planning on doing. Jeff Harris is here.
What's up, Jeff Harris?
He sounds howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Jeff Harris.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
But yeah, so and then we went to there was a 4th of July thing yesterday in town, so we went to that last night, and I think they had a malfunction with the fireworks, and we only got like
one firework.
It's what it felt like. Maybe 25% of the fireworks we were supposed to get. So
where did the rest of them go?
They didn't.
They just didn't.
It just like a bunch of them went off, and then it stopped for what like felt like 5 minutes, and then they had grand finale, which lasted like 30 seconds.
Maybe they just said screw it, and they just lit them all off at the same time.
Oh, Jeff says that's hello in Tehaian. That's what we put.
Oh, Tehaian.
But yeah, basically that was my whole weekend in a nutshell. And
that's good.
It didn't really. I mean, it was pretty low key. Went swimming a lot, and but that's it. So, but
you're turn into a merman.
You were in a beard competition last weekend or this weekend or something.
No,
where were you?
I didn't. What happened? So we've been home. We will be home for like 9 straight days, but we'll leave Thursday. But we didn't do a beard competition last weekend, and it felt super weird. And I didn't know what to do. Like I had no idea. I just wandered around a lot. We went out to see. We talked to our neighbors. That was new. We've only done that a couple times. We went out with the people who watch our cats in our house while we're gone. We went out
and wash your cats. Wash your cats.
Watch.
Oh, sorry. That's you and your silly. Oh my gosh, Jim Jones is here.
Jim Jones is here. What's up, Jim Jones? So we'll get back to what I've been doing. Natalie and I were talking about this. Jim Jones he did a live thing making. What was he making? I don't remember.
He was baking
banana
something.
bread. Yeah, because he had the oil and the bananas, and they were like living in the bowl and stuff. We should have Jim Jones.
We should do a cooking with Jim Jones segment. Yep. And
just like Thursday at 8:00 or 7:00. Jim Jones, you come on here and you just make something, whatever you want, and you can have your own show. Cooking with Jim Jones. I think that would be the greatest show anyone has ever watched or put on or anything ever. Sleep on that, Jim Jones. Anyway, so yeah, we didn't do anything this weekend, really. Like I said, we went out with a couple people. I went to Dudu's house. That was pretty good.
You went out with people who put watches on your cats?
Yep.
Wow.
What else did we do? Dude, we didn't do anything. I cleaned on the house and I mowed the yard.
On the house?
Yeah, like
the
around
top of it, the roof?
Inside.
Oh, you cleaned in the house.
Yeah, inside.
Oh.
Inside the house. Natalie made a couple beards. And then I tried to mow my backyard, and the belt decided to not want to be a part of the lawnmower anymore. So I had to go get a new belt, and then I got home with the new belt, and it was a bazillion degrees. So I put it on this morning and mowed the backyard. The end. I don't think I really did anything. I don't know. The last few days have been a blur. I did Talking Beards here last week, and then after that, I don't know.
We have not talked at all. Like literally, like a couple, like maybe like half a dozen text messages over the whole entire weekend, which is odd for us.
Super weird. Yeah. So we talked last week, and then I think we talked a little bit like that first day, and then that was it. Like now we're talking again.
Because we're on Talking Beards.
We're on Talking Beards, and we got Omar on the show tonight. And we're going to talk about Omar stuff. But I don't know. You ready to do this?
I think we should probably get our super awesome guest on so he can tell us all about all the cool things that are going to be happening this weekend. So
let's do it. So tonight we have Omar Schifrin, the bearded monkey himself. He is part of, I guess he is the CEO of the Bearded Monkey Social Club, I guess. He's the 8th annual Midwest Facial Hair Showdown coming up this weekend. It's going to be presented the Horrorball 2 Prom Night. It's July 9th at Champs Bar and Grill in Wichita, Kansas. Let's get into this thing. What's up, Omar?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
Oh, pretty good. You're the CEO of the Bearded Monkey Social Club. Congratulations.
Hey, I was just founder and president. Now I'm CEO too.
Now you're CEO. So now someone else can be president if you want. You don't have to deal with that kind of nonsense anymore.
The CEO just sits back and counts the money.
That's it. All the Bearded Monkey Social Club money. You get to count
the
all.
big zero.
Hey,
all of our money goes to charity. We don't even have an account.
So the accountant too? Wow, this is great. He's a CEO and
accountant. That's
wow.
No, Miss Monkey is the accountant.
Well, she counts to zero.
Yep.
There's still zero in our account. I did it.
Hey, I mean, we literally had to close our account because they started charging us $5, and I'm like,
nope.
So you have to maintain a balance of $200 in it.
Yeah, and we give it all every penny we get goes back to the charity or us traveling to donate to charity. So there's
empty.
It's gone. Yep. Especially with gas these days.
Oh my gosh. Good Lord. So what have you been up to, Omar? I haven't really seen you around very much. You've been super busy, I assume, right?
Yeah. I'm in the middle of making all the trophies. Like I've done, last 7 years. That's our second annual one. I didn't make the trophies for that.
Who made those trophies?
So our first charity that we donated to is Heartspring, and the kids that were there, because they serve all special needs from 1 to 18 years old, they made the trophies for us.
That's pretty cool.
So what I did was bought a bunch of canvases, and then they gave them the idea of what a full beard is and freestyle and goat chops, all that. And then they painted what they wanted to paint, and that was the trophies for the categories. So
I think that's a really cool idea. There's been other clubs that we've talked to where they've been like, well, we need ideas for things like for trophies or something. And, and they're like, well, we want to involve kids. We want to do a kid or young adult type of charity that we're working with. And I'm like, why don't you just get them together and have them help you guys make something? Cause I'm like, it just makes it even more special for them. It gets them involved, and it gets them excited about the event as well. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was And so the categories that weren't filled that year, we ended up auctioning off the other trophies / paintings, and we came out pretty good. We were donating to Ronald McDonald House of Wichita.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, Chris
What's up, Chris
Badberg says
Badberg?
this. Yeah, he says that's epic. My younger brother is special needs. That's cool.
Heck yeah. What's up, Chris?
Yeah, so all but number 2, I've made all the trophies either by hand or now with the machine through Mr. Monkey's Mementos. So
this is great. So the event is this weekend.
yes,
It is.
July 9th.
Yeah, so it is the 8th annual Midwest Facial Hair Showdown presents Horrorball to Prom Night.
Yeah, so it's our sequel because we've already had a Horrorball, so now it's like the sequel to Horrorball 1. So it's Prom Night.
So what was Horrorball 1?
It was just the Horrorball. I was trying to get anybody and everybody to come as whatever they wanted to. We had a lot of clowns. We had a guy on stilts came in, and he actually was sitting on the bar because he couldn't, he was stuck, with the stilts and everything. He barely could get inside the building and stuff. But
he just sat on the bar.
Old Brains won Best in Show on that one, which was a chainsaw that we made up, that we painted up and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
He won he won Best in Show with Sea Hops.
Sea Hops? No.
Chops.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to think about that one. He's like, what's a sea hop? Chop.
Yeah. So there's a video somewhere where he chops his own thing off on the table in front of the judges.
His wiener?
Yeah. That's what it looks like when you he turned around and just started hacking away. So
that does sound like horror.
You should do that.
No.
Come on, do it. It'll be funny. Go get some scissors or something.
Shut up.
So he'll be back competing, I believe, Saturday. So
nice. That'd be good to see old Josh Barefoot Brains.
Yeah.
I don't know. So this is going to be prom night. Are you expecting, or are you going to dress up in prom attire?
I will be in my the suit jacket and like a business, like a suit, and we'll have a photo booth and stuff. You can take like prom pictures and stuff behind it. So
it's so it's basically like a prom themed kind of thing, but horror-ish. So you're
any horror. I mean, anything. I mean, that opens it up to whatever you want to dress up like.
Right, so you're encouraging everyone to dress up in some type of horror costume. So is this a kid-friendly event or not?
Yes, it is kid-friendly.
All right, so bring your kids, make them dress up too. Kids always love dressing up. So
just get your kids, dump some fake blood on them, and then just bring them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So Speedos will only be when you compete. Is the only time you can have it out.
So no wandering around in Speedos all night, Josh Barefoot Brains.
Right.
Right.
That is a horror in itself.
So that's the only thing they put on it is just why you compete. So,
all right.
But yeah, it's down at 316 Champs, which is our area code, but they've also included it in the name. It's just 316 Champs. Okay. So, it's just a bar and grill, and they have a big outdoor area where you can play horseshoes and cornhole, and I think we're gonna have ladder golf there.
What's ladder golf?
So it has 3 stages, and you have usually golf balls, and they're connected to a string, and you throw it, and it has a level of points.
Yeah, you try to throw them, and you try to wrap them around the bars, but there's 3 bars.
It's some people call it hillbilly golf, or what else?
Aaron should totally know what that is.
Yeah, I mean, that's just regular golf to me, hillbilly golf, right?
But there'll be a set of that out there. I believe we'll have that set out there to play. We'll have some vendors. such as Honest Amish will be there vending.
Never heard of them.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, when
So
did
will
that
the
happen?
actual event be inside?
Yes, the event's inside, and since you'll have, you obviously have products, you'll need to probably be inside because it's supposed to be about 95 degrees.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
we'll start setting up at 11. So if you want to kind of get your spot together, might be good to get there earlier than later.
What time does the actual doors for the event open? 2?
Registration starts at 2.
And the
Comp
event
starts at 4.
Cool.
Yep.
And have you done events at this location before?
Yes, last year's comp was there.
Oh, all right.
So
It's-
it worked
seemed
out
like
really good for us, even though we were kind of wanting it to be outside, but it started raining. So luckily it was big enough indoors to keep us all in there. So
They have a stage and stuff, or you just kind of.
yeah, they have a little stage because they do karaoke nights and stuff.
Oh,
So they got
nice.
a stage, and we got Caveman and Jackson are going to be our MCs, and then we have the 5 judges that have been announced. We got the guy who goes by Asshole. I don't know if you know. No, him. He's from Wicked Whiskers. He's actually he actually just recently had a heart attack and coded 3 times.
Oh my God! How long
Yeah.
ago?
It was before Springfield and stuff. It was about 3 weeks before Leadington or Farmington.
Oh my gosh! That wasn't that long ago.
No. So yeah, I have it. There's a sticker on the back. We were selling them at the comp. It says not even a heart attack can stop this asshole. So
That's pretty funny.
yeah.
I like that.
Wow.
But yeah, we got him and we got Tumbleweed out of Beard Mob, North Texas. And then we have Dennis Morgan coming from Washington.
Dennis Morgan, what a lame name. Like everybody else has cool names, and then you got Dennis Morgan.
Hi, I'm Dennis Morgan.
Hi, I'm Dennis Morgan. This is Asshole and Caveman. Morgan. Freaking Dennis. Step up your thing, Dennis. Get a better name. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what I can't remember if I asked him what his nickname was or not. And then
you can just give him one. It'll be fine.
Well, and then we have why do I keep forgetting people? I keep doing their trophies and stuff, and there's Tumbleweed. El Chapo will be there.
How would you forget El Chapo?
He's now he's in Texas, but he represents, I believe, still Detroit.
Oh, he's still representing Detroit.
Always going to represent Detroit.
Yeah.
This is his love. I mean, even though, yeah, he just transplanted down here to Dallas about the same time I came down to Austin. So,
are you El Chapo?
I am not.
Okay. I was wondering, y'all moved to Texas at the same time. I was thinking something wasn't adding up here.
And then our last judge he's part of the foundation, the Lexi Lamb Foundation. His name is Chuck, but he goes by Shrek. So
freaking Dennis Morgan has the worst name of everybody on your judges. Even the charity guy has a cool name.
That's his rider name. He's part of the VFW post that they go riding and stuff on their motorcycles.
That's
so
cool.
It's Shrek and Fiona is Kathy, who's Lexi's mom. So
are they green?
No,
oh,
they're
okay.
not green.
I was just kind of curious. So you brought that up already. Who is your charity that you're going to be working with this year?
It'll be Lexi's Lamb Foundation.
Nice. And this is a charity you've worked with before?
Yeah, this will be our, I believe, third time for our actual comp, which is how the first time we did a comp for them is how right after that they became members of the club and been with us ever since. Cool. So they had Kathy had Lexi, who you see there in the picture. She was, I think it was only 18 months old when she passed away from brain cancer. So
that's terrible, dude.
Yeah. It's
here we go.
pretty rough.
Here's Lexi's story. We can go. Yeah. She was born 8 weeks premature on June 30th, 2006. About 8 weeks before her birth, they found out that she was going to have some disabilities. Her second sonogram, done around 24 weeks, showed Alexis had no femur bones in her legs, and mom had extra amniotic fluid in the womb. We were then sent to a doctor who specialized in high-risk pregnancies for more tests. After another sonogram was completed, it was confirmed that Lexi had no femur bones, and the doctor gave her several possible diagnoses. As in the story, I could go on for a while, it looks like, but yeah.
You got the idea. It
was it's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, her brother who you saw there in that picture, he just recently got a tattoo on his forearm remembering her.
That's cool. How old was he when he got the tattoo? He looks super young in the picture.
Yeah, well, I think he's 20 now.
Okay, I was like, this child went and got a tattoo.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
if you want to know more about it, you can go to lexislam.org for more information. So, but how did you guys get hooked up with them initially?
It just happened to be like a friend of a friend. So they were like, hey, I'm on the board of this organization. What do you guys think? And we voted on it. And when I contacted them, they didn't really realize what they were like. What do we have to do? And I said, nothing. You just show up and talk about your charity, and then we do all the work on there, which it still amazes me how people, like, even every new charity that we'll do, they don't understand that it's a facial hair competition and we do the work, and at the end of all of it, we just give them a check.
Yeah.
They feel like they got to do a whole lot of stuff when really all we ask them to do is advertise.
Yeah. I mean, that's,
if they want to help, let them help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the more involved they are and the more they help out, the more people that will be there. And it's kind of like a symbiotic like relationship where, the people that are coming to these that they bring in, this is a whole new world for them, like experiencing a beard competition, and it's every person that I've met in this scenario that you're explaining, like just they come up to you later in the evening and we're like, wow, I didn't realize there were these things that were happening. And then you tell the story about, especially with you, Omar, who's been to 1.5 million competitions, you start spewing off. Well, yeah, I mean, you tell them the facts. Like, yeah, there's a competition every weekend somewhere. You're always traveling to them.
Yeah. And, I mean, yeah, obviously unfortunately post COVID now, it slowed me down quite a bit. But yeah,
I'm still doing your thing though.
Yeah, I mean, my last one was Springfield, so that one was fun. That's on my birthday, every year. So
every year, right on your birthday.
It's pretty close. I've been there. I don't know. I can't even tell you how many times I've been to Springfield for a comp, because I started in
42 times.
No,
they've only
Aaron.
They just had their 10th, right? Or 11th? What 10th, was it?
I think maybe 11. So you've been to 111 competitions there. Yeah. That's pretty good.
I'm pretty sure I've been to 100 competitions or more.
That's awesome.
That's how many Aaron's been to this year so far.
This year. I've been so I did count the other day. The best I can come up with is I've been to 127.
Wow.
This year or total in your life?
Total in my life since 2014. But obviously that number will continue to go up. But yeah,
it?
That's still a pretty good number, I thought. 127.
I don't know. That's pretty weak. You could do better.
I will. For you, I will. I will do better. It'll be 128 by this time next week. How about
that? Wow.
I know.
Balls to the wall.
Back to the competition, Omar.
Yes.
Do you have anything planned for Friday night by chance?
Nope. Friday night we're gonna have a pre-party at Club Billiards.
Okay.
Bones has set that up to where there's gonna be like a tournament going on, and the money from there is actually gonna go to the charity as well.
So there's going to be a pool tournament where
It'll be teams or singles. They haven't decided. We got to see how many people show up first.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
It'll be my first time there.
First time playing pool. I don't think you're going to win the tournament.
Yeah, you're not going to do very good. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, if we go with slop, then I'll win.
Yeah,
make sure you put that black ball in the hole first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always the goal.
I'm really good at knocking the white ball in. That's my favorite.
Goal.
Wait,
playing soccer or hockey? Which
I like hockey.
Goal.
That's what I do every time.
Yeah. And then Sunday we'll have a brunch at the VFW post. I think it's 4:15.
Okay.
Is the post. I want to say it starts at 10, and it's a buffet. It's what they've told me on the food. It's a pretty good deal, and it's about $8.
Okay.
And I think it's just eat as much as you want, and it goes to benefit the post. So, and the post is where Kathy and Chuck or Shrek and Fiona. That's their post that they belong to. So it's all kind of encompassed in itself.
So are all these locations for all these events, are they relatively close to one another? Or
yeah,
cool.
I think it's all. I mean, I want to say I think it's north of the venue, and Club Billiards I think is also north of the venue.
And then your Saturday night post comp food is going to be at the Doodah Diner. Is that?
No, I mean, no, you want to get into the Doodah Diner early because it's busy. We normally have gone to Bite Me Barbecue after the comp, or you come back to Monkey HQ.
Everybody's going back to Omar's house after the comp.
So usually what time in the past you've had these competitions, so you start pretty early in the day. What should someone expect it to be over by? Is it like one of those like 7, 8, 9 o'clockers?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on how many people, but we try to get in and out as quick as we can. Because I don't know about you guys, but standing around for 8 hours gets kind of old. So,
absolutely.
I mean, it's cool to be able to hang out with everybody, but at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, let's do our thing, and then we're not worried about what we got to do.
So other than the comp, what do you got going on? Are you planning on heading out to the Nationals this year?
I would love to. I got to see if it's in the budget, because that's November, right?
Yeah, yes. It's November 12th in Casper, Wyoming.
Yeah, that'll be quite a drive. Saturday, I actually have a ice cream eating contest I'm involved in, which is it's a brain freeze eating competition or whatever. I forget how it's called, but
this weekend.
Yeah, like right before the comp.
Wow, you're double dipping there, bud.
Hold on now. So where's this ice cream eating contest?
It's in Newton, Kansas. It's about 20 minutes north of us.
So
it'll be I've won it 3 times, so this will be my 4th time to try to win it again.
When is this? What time?
It starts at 1:30. I got to be there at 1, and then register, and then I got to get cleaned up and come to registration and help out by 2:00. So it's 3 minutes of much ice cream as I can eat.
So what's the most ice cream you've eaten?
Last year was 13 cups and a bite.
Is it the Sand Creek Summer Days Great Brain Freeze and Ice Cream Social? Is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
How many people usually sign up for this bad boy?
5.
Is that you?
No, I've never even seen any of those people. I
It
don't
looks
think
like
that. I
Omar
don't
with his
think that's
goatee right
actually.
there.
I don't think that's actually the event, because the first one that I went to, we just got done with the beard competition up there.
I like that. Your logo here. Your logo here.
Why isn't Bearded Monkey Social Club?
Yeah, why aren't you
sponsored?
sponsoring this thing?
So your logo could be there.
Like I said, we don't have a lot of dough.
But yeah, you have a lot of ice cream in your belly after it. Oh,
So how'd you get hooked up with this ice cream eating contest? Did you just knew about it because it was local, or did they were like invite you? Were like, you look like an ice cream eating guy. You come here and
so my first year of doing a competition, I called all kinds of venues trying to get best prices and stuff like that, because nobody knew about it, kind of thing still. And that was one of the places. That guy is on the board of this Sand Creek Summer Days thing, and was like, hey, there's this guy who does this, and they contacted me, and we did a facial hair competition real quick, and then we got done, and I went over to the food truck and got some tacos and a beer. And I was just sitting there, and this guy comes up, and he's like, hey, you need to do this ice cream eating thing. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm just trying to enjoy my hot tacos here. And he was like, no, come on. There's a trophy and all this stuff. And I'm like, eh. And then he wouldn't let it go. He's like, it's going to get ready to start. I go, well, you pay my entry fee and then I'll go. He's like, there's no entry fee. And I go, okay. And so I ate my tacos real quick and drank my beer, and I got up there and sat down on the table, and they're like, okay, this is so-and-so and la la, and we got this trophy and $200 on the line. And I was like, nobody said anything about $200.
Yeah, you left that part of the story out.
Yeah, man, that's like the most important part there.
So I won by 2 bites on that one. And then the next year, they bumped it up to, I think it was 2 minutes again. And that was when, I think that was when Brains and Caveman and Asshole all were with me, because I thought that anybody could just show up and compete. Well, apparently there's a burger shop there where you got to register, but I automatically have a seat since I won.
Gotcha. So
so I'm like, hey, let's go do this and eat these tacos. So, your mouth's on fire and stuff. So they're just sitting there all mad at me because they think I was pulling a prank on, which I wasn't. I sincerely thought anybody could join into it. So, and then last year, I thought the guy next to me was going to win because he didn't have any front teeth. So I thought that was kind of an advantage.
Right. But it wasn't.
Nope. I got him by, I think, 2 cups, actually.
Wow.
So I'm going to put in the show notes for this down below all the information for this too. So if you by some chance want to go to this festival and go head to head against Omar for this ice cream eating competition.
Did you look it up? Can you still register for the ice cream eating contest?
Yeah, I have the information all right here.
Oh my gosh. All right. So I mean, anybody can take down the champion Omar at the ice cream eating contest.
So this year, I know that he's moved it up to 3 minutes. So 3 minutes is as much ice cream.
So what do you think? How many cups of ice cream you think you can eat in 3 minutes? What's your goal?
I think 16 or 17 would be a prime number to get done.
How big are these cups?
They're the cups that come with the little wooden spoon.
Okay, well, the picture that they showed on the thing
is like the little wooden spoon, and then there's a judge. Yeah, and then there's a judge behind you, and they tap you on the shoulder when you're good to grab the next one.
Wow,
this is amazing.
So I usually get the first 5 or 6 down, and with one, like I get just one bite a cup usually.
Wow. This is
I wish
impressive.
your beer competition was happening at this ice cream thing. The ice cream thing kicked it off.
Well, The thing is it's part of what I'm reading here. It's part of the here, I'll pull this up real quick.
Yeah, pull that thing up.
All right, so
the Great Brain Freeze.
It's part of the Sand Creek Festival. It's the Sand Creek Summer, the summer days. So this is the website for that. Apparently it has something to do with Sasquatches. So this would be a perfect thing for you to tie your beard competition into and have it at this event.
Well, we've had it twice there, and then they just canceled it altogether because we couldn't get enough people to compete. I mean, we went all over that place.
So this wasn't your main competition. This was like a secondary competition. So this was a few years ago when it seemed like Omar was putting on a competition like every other weekend.
I think there was one year we threw 7 comps, I think.
Yeah, you're a madman a few years ago.
They have a disco costume contest as well.
Yeah. And then there was a year I think we hit Bree and I hit 25 comps in one year. So we've done quite a bit. It's a lot. But yeah, I enjoy going to them and seeing everybody.
Look at all these different things that go on here. They have a belly flop, wiener dog races.
Yeah.
Wow. Grind Sand Creek. Is it about skating on your skateboard competition?
That's what it looks like.
Saucy Glazed barbecue contest.
So yeah, this is their 4th year of doing it, and it's kind of like how Wichita has the Riverfest, where they bring in a bunch of bands and have a lot of stuff going on for about, I think they do it 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. They cram all their stuff in 3 days.
Well, we need to send this interview with you to the Chamber of Commerce and have them spit it all over the county.
Look what you're missing out. You have the ice cream eating champion, and you're not even corresponding with his own event. So
and you're not. Everyone needs to go to
on the whole time, like sitting on.
Needs to get the Horrorball.
This is like what? Would you say this was? You've won 4 years in a row, or you're going?
No, if I win Saturday, it'll be 4 years in a row. Yeah,
this is a 3-time ice cream eating champion, and he needs to be, addressed as such.
I hardly ever eat desserts or anything like that. Any
sweets?
Yeah, I try my best not to,
because your day is coming.
Yeah. It plays a little bit of havoc on the old stomach trying to get that much ice cream down. But
so is your hero Joey Chestnut? Is that who you look up to? Do you want to be like Joey Chestnut when you grow up?
I don't think so. I don't know if I can actually say I know who Joey Chestnut is.
Did you see what he did this weekend?
Yeah, dude, he ate 63 hot dogs and he freaking choked that dude out. Why was he doing it?
Why was he eating hot dogs?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. No, I don't want to know. No. I'm not on that level of the Nathan hot dog.
You could be.
But they're for ice cream, though.
But for ice cream, Joey Chestnut eats everything. The hot dog one's the only one that actually gets televised.
Well, there was a guy I saw where he drank a gallon of lemonade. It was a Nathan thing too. He had the Big O sponsor on it. He drank a whole gallon, and I don't even know.
People die doing that kind of stuff.
So you ever tried to drink a whole gallon of milk?
No. I've drank a 2 gallon of or was it a whole thing of Sprite once?
Yeah, you should sit down and try to drink a gallon of milk and see what happens.
Why can't he stand up, Aaron?
I mean, you can.
Why does he have to
stand up and drink a gallon of milk? It'll be way better that way.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have a feeling it's pretty close to eating that much ice cream.
So do you throw up after eating that much ice cream? Does it turn into cottage cheese real quick in your stomach?
Oh God, Aaron.
No, but it's not the greatest smell on your mustache after it dries. And
oh yeah, I bet you're a mess, huh?
Is that why you trimmed your mustache right now? So you can be ready for this.
He's prepping for the ice cream eating contest. That's why.
If I had Aaron's mustache, you got to think that first scoop, all that hair is going in your mouth.
All ice cream.
Yeah, but you could prep. You could wear the clips on there on the sides to
Yeah.
hold it up.
Yeah, that'd make a great picture in the paper. I got clips and
you just like style it up real good.
Yeah, there you go. You could do the handlebar and then
and just ice cream.
Ice cream everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have ever done any of the pie eating contests or stuff like the whipped cream and stuff. It smells awful after.
I can imagine.
If you can't get it all out of your mustache, it dries up there, and that's all you can smell is like fermented milk.
A couple of years ago, I tried to I wanted to start training to do the hot dog eating contest, and Natalie wouldn't let me. She refused. She said she was not going to get behind this. So
well, you should come.
Do you eat a lot of hot dogs?
I do anything I put my mind to. I could shove a bunch of dogs down my throat.
Next year for the Maple Festival, you should come for the pancake eating competition.
Ooh.
What?
The pancake eating comp.
Where?
The Maple Festival in Chardon.
That's a good idea. We had we were in Pittsburgh and they had a pierogi eating contest at that one beer competition in Sean Logan, I think.
Wait,
remember?
When?
We were in Pittsburgh, you and I. We judged the one we judged together.
And wait a minute, and they had a pierogi
intermission. Maybe you wandered off or something. Maybe you I don't know.
He obviously doesn't remember.
Yeah, they had a pierogi eating contest during intermission at that competition. And you missed out. Pierogies are amazing.
Oh, I think I'm vaguely remembering it now because I think I maybe was asking you about it afterwards. I asked if they were good.
They were amazing.
I know what the one down in Nolanville, they do that beer chug.
Yeah.
That was Riley won that one. I tip my hat off to him for that because that was quick. Because once I saw him, I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sip this thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drink this thing." But no,
go on my way here.
Some people, I did that when I worked at a club downtown. We used to do that all the time. Like, we'd just fill up like these size cups of beer, and just if you beat me, you had to pay for them.
Yeah,
so
there's some people who can just down it in one gulp, and it's I don't know how
he could do that. It was the craziest thing. As fast as you could just pour it out, he could like open his throat and just dump it in. It was the craziest thing.
And that's what I call a sticky situation.
That's going to be Omar Saturday, right before the competition. A sticky situation. Man, I'm so bummed. I'm going to miss this. You have no idea. Like I want to be there rooting you on. I wish this thing was going on at the competition. I would be screaming for you so freaking hard. I would be people would know that you're a 3-time champion. I promise. I'll be your hype man the whole time. Get you a crown and everything. Like freaking champ is here, y'all.
What's crazy about their trophies, or the first 2 trophies that I got from there, they're like some of the biggest trophies I have.
Wow.
Even with all the beard competition ones that I've gone through, they're the biggest ones. The one this year that is actually bigger than the first year. So
gosh, this is awesome. This has been like, I love how like when we talk to people, and especially, I mean, we've been friends for years, but
I didn't know about the ice cream thing.
To unlock these like little side tangents and stories of like the fun things that, I mean, our guests and our friends do that we had no idea about. And then how it just all kind of ties in with the whole weekend of, what's going on this weekend.
Somehow it's always on the same. It's like we change dates and it still ends up like interfering with, the last 2 years anyway, it's been interfering with the competition. So I take a little heat from Miss Monkey because, she's like, really?
Oh, you're the champ. You have to go defend your title now.
We'll help you train. Miss Monkey will just have her talk to us. We'll be the buffer zone between.
Well, she runs. Her and Kathy run everything on the comp. So
you're not even needed. You got ice cream to go eat.
You just got to eat ice cream.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot. It doesn't feel great, It really doesn't.
but winning does, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You better go win this freaking contest, Omar.
I know. I'm gonna be bummed if I end up losing to somebody.
Just do it for Johnny. Gosh.
Yeah.
For Johnny?
Yeah, do it for Johnny.
Is that what's in the chat?
No.
Just do it for Johnny.
For the hot dog dude?
No.
Nope.
Almost.
Or
You're getting warmer though.
You're talking about Rodriguez?
No, strike 3, you're out, but you can go with the outsider. Stay gold, pony boy.
Johnny's right here.
Johnny Trafficone.
Oh.
All right, Omar.
All right,
well,
yeah. There you go.
we're gonna have to wrap this
I had
up.
no idea. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We're done with the show.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right,
took us-
Omar. Well, thank you for stopping by and telling us all about your ice cream. We were pretty much done
No
with the
problem.
interview until you dropped that bomb on us.
Yeah.
You railed the whole rest of the show. All right.
It happens, I guess.
It was awesome.
Yeah, but everyone, don't forget July 9th at 2 p.m. The 8th annual Midwest Facial Hair Showdown, Horrorball 2 Prom Night. Come dressed in as your favorite scary person. Bring the kids, put some blood on them or something, and have a good time.
Yeah, they're good until 10 o'clock. Kids got to be on after 10, but we're usually way gone by then. So
awesome. All right, Omar. Well, good luck this weekend with everything from the beer comp to the ice cream eating, and let us know how everything turns out.
Will do.
All right, Omar. See you
later,
Friday.
man. Yep.
Right,
see you. Thanks for having me.
Yep, no problem. Anytime.
Wow, that was awesome. We don't have much time left, but that was pretty cool. I was excited about it. I was like, wait a minute, what's this? I was like, for a moment, I'm like, so there's a ice cream eating contest? How are we not? Why is this not on the event page? But then it wasn't there, so never mind.
Yeah. But I will post information about it. So if anyone who does watch this, go to the YouTube video when it gets posted. Since the competition is this weekend, usually what I've been doing is because previous guests, their competitions are weeks down the road. Mm-hmm. Since Omar's is this weekend, usually I post them on Saturday morning, but I'll try to get Omar's up a lickety split and get the information out there. So
why isn't it?
It's lickety?
Lickety. Yeah, that was a tough one. I was like, what did I get myself into? Hold on.
Yeah,
lickety split.
Yeah, so I'll try to get the video all edited and up by tomorrow night. And so then that way, if anyone who's watching this wants to get more information about the not only the event, but also if you happen to be going into town and you maybe have a little extra time and you want to swing out and watch him eat ice cream, or
go cheer Omar on.
Or go kick his ass.
Whoa. There it is. Scott's planning on coming to Wichita. It sounds like Scott loves eating ice cream really fast.
No, it hurts. I don't get head freeze. I get it hurts my throat.
Gosh, throat freeze.
Well,
that's pretty much it. We were going to do some competition and stuff, but we're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time. So,
but hey, we didn't do this, but hey, make sure you go over to honestamish.com. Use promo code TalkingBeards. You can save 15% off your order, and you can save on shipping as well if you order over $35 because you will get free shipping. That's pretty good. That's it.
You were so passionate. You were being so honest.
I was always being honest. So yeah, thank you for watching Talking Beards tonight and learning all about Omar's ice cream eating competition and his competition that's coming up this Saturday. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I'm Aaron D. Johnston. I'm out.
I'm here. Eric, it's good to see you too. We appreciate you and everyone else that is regularly in the chat room watching the show. It's that's why we do it. We do it for the people who who are really into the community and who support the community and stuff like that. And we appreciate you guys tuning in every week. And for everyone who downloads the podcast or watches the YouTube interviews and stuff like that. I mean, I try to get as much different content out there for different people because I don't know what everyone likes and what everyone wants, but
everybody wants ice cream eating.
I guess, but we do appreciate the people who do take the time out of their Tuesday nights to come and join us here. So, but for those of you who aren't regular viewers or whatever, and you want more information about us, go to talkingbeards.com. You can watch the show live over there every week, but can't participate in the chat room yet. I haven't figured out how to embed a chat
One
day. Technology will catch up.
It will.
But thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you, Omar, for being here tonight. And good luck this weekend. And if you guys can go out to the 8th annual Midwest Facial Hair Showdown, that would be awesome. But
awesome.
I'm Scott Sykora. You can find me at Scott Sykora on all social media. Aaron D. Johnston. You can find him on social media at Aaron D. Johnston.
I'm there.
He's there.
That's it. All right, everybody. Have a good week. And we'll see you soon. Okay, bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone says you're welcome.
Okay, goodbye.
Thanks for tuning in to Talking Beards. Make sure you go over to honestamish.com and use promo code TalkingBeards to get 15% off your order. Don't forget to tune in live next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern at talkingbeards.com.